there, beautiful souls. Welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's often overlooked but holds incredible power within it. We're going to explore how being alone can actually be your ultimate superpower. So grab a comfy seat, your favorite drink, and let's get started on this journey of self-discovery. The power of solitude. Ever wonder why some of the world's greatest thinkers, artists, and innovators often retreat into solitude? It's a question that can spark intrigue and curiosity. Let's talk about solitude, a concept so simple yet so profound. It's not just about being alone, but about taking a step back from the noise of the world to embrace silence and self-reflection. Historically, the power of solitude has been harnessed by some of the greatest minds humanity has known. For instance, Isaac Newton, who formulated his theory of gravity and solitude, and Albert Einstein, whose groundbreaking theories were born from periods of isolation. These figures are just the tip of the iceberg, demonstrating the unexpected power that can come from being alone. Solitude is not about being lonely, but about finding strength in stillness and creativity and quietude. Now, you might be asking, what's so great about being alone? Well, science has some compelling answers to that. The science behind solitude. Research studies have found some fascinating benefits to spending time alone. It's more than just a respite from the hustle and bustle of daily life. There's a whole science behind it. Let's dive into the benefits that have been scientifically linked to solitude. First up, we have creativity. A study from the University of Buffalo found that people who enjoy spending time alone tend to be more creative. It's thought that solitude gives our minds a chance to wander and dream, sparking that creative genius within us. Next, let's talk about mental health. You might think that being alone would be detrimental to our mental well-being, but research suggests otherwise. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Psychology found that solitude can help reduce stress and anxiety. It provides us with the opportunity to reflect, recharge, and reset our minds. Then there's concentration. Ever noticed how hard it is to focus when you're surrounded by distractions? Well, a study from the University of Illinois found that solitude can improve concentration and productivity. It's like hitting the refresh button on your brain, decluttering your thoughts, and making room for more focused thinking. Lastly, we have problem-solving skills. When we're alone, we're forced to rely on our own resources and abilities. A study from the Journal of Experimental Social Psychology found that solitude can enhance problem-solving skills by promoting self-reflection and independent thought. But it's not just about being alone. It's about what you do with that alone time. Solitude isn't about isolating yourself from the world. It's about taking time for yourself to understand and connect with your own thoughts and feelings. It's an opportunity to cultivate self-awareness and self-understanding, to grow and evolve as individuals. So solitude isn't just about being alone. It's about harnessing your own power in that aloneness. The art of solitude. Solitude isn't about isolating yourself from the world. It's about creating a space to reconnect with yourself. This is the art of solitude, and it's a beautiful, empowering, and often misunderstood lifestyle choice. To effectively use solitude, it's important to understand that it's not a one-size-fits-all concept. Just as each person is unique, so too is their relationship with solitude. What works for one person may not work for another, but there are a few universal principles to keep in mind. Firstly, balance is key. While solitude can offer a wealth of benefits, it's essential that it's balanced with meaningful social interaction. Humans are social creatures after all, and we thrive on connection. So, don't feel that embracing solitude means shutting out the world entirely. Instead, think of it as creating a harmonious rhythm between your social and solitary moments, each complementing and enhancing the other. The second principle is integration. Solitude shouldn't be an occasional luxury, but a regular part of your life. It's about integrating moments of solitude into your daily routine. Maybe it's a quiet morning coffee before the rest of the house wakes up, or perhaps it's a solitary walk during lunch breaks. These moments, no matter how brief, can provide a valuable opportunity to reconnect with yourself and recharge. Lastly, remember that solitude is not synonymous with loneliness. Loneliness is a feeling of being alone and unwanted, whereas solitude is a choice, a conscious decision to spend time alone and enjoy your own company. It's about finding contentment and peace within yourself, independent of others. However, like any other lifestyle choice, embracing solitude may not be easy at first. You might face resistance, both from yourself and from others. But don't be discouraged. After all, the most rewarding paths are often the ones less traveled. Remember, solitude is a skill, and like any skill, it requires practice. So start small, be patient with yourself, and most importantly, enjoy the journey. The myths of solitude. Despite its benefits, solitude often gets a bad rap. In our increasingly connected world, the idea of choosing to be alone can seem strange, even alarming. But it's time to debunk some common myths about solitude and shed light on its true nature. Firstly, let's address the myth that solitude is synonymous with loneliness. It's a common misconception, but the two are not the same. Loneliness is a negative emotional state, often characterized by feelings of isolation and disconnection. On the other hand, solitude is a positive choice to spend time alone for self-reflection, creativity, and personal growth. It's about enjoying your own company and finding peace within yourself. Now, on to the second myth. Solitude is only for introverts. While it's true that introverts might naturally gravitate towards solitude, it doesn't mean extroverts can't enjoy or benefit from it too. In fact, research suggests that periods of solitude can be beneficial for everyone, regardless of where they fall on the introversion-extroversion spectrum. Solitude provides a break from social stimulation, allowing both introverts and extroverts to recharge, think clearly, and foster a deeper understanding of themselves. Another myth that needs to be dispelled is that solitude is unproductive. Quite the contrary, solitude can be an incredibly productive time. It can foster creativity, facilitate problem solving, and provide the ideal environment for deep work. Many of history's greatest minds, from Albert Einstein to Virginia Woolf, valued their alone time for the clarity and focus it provided. Finally, there's the myth that seeking solitude means you're antisocial or don't like people. This couldn't be further from the truth. Choosing to spend time alone is about balance. It's about understanding the value of social interactions and the importance of personal time. It's not about shunning society, but about enriching our participation in it. As we've seen, solitude isn't a negative state to be avoided, but a powerful tool to be used. It's time we start viewing solitude not as a symptom of a problem, but as a solution to many of our modern-day stresses and distractions. The power of solitude in practice. So how can you tap into the power of solitude in your own life? Let's dive into the practical steps you can take to incorporate solitude into your daily routine. Firstly, it's important to distinguish solitude from loneliness. Solitude is a choice. It's about spending time alone because you enjoy it, not because you're isolated. So, when you're planning your day, make sure to schedule some me time. It could be as little as 10 minutes, but make sure this time is non-negotiable. Now that you've carved out some time, how should you use it? Well, solitude is a fantastic opportunity for self-reflection. Use this time to connect with your thoughts and feelings. Maybe you could start a journal and jot down your thoughts or meditate to clear your mind. Next, consider using solitude for creative thinking. The quiet and solitude can fuel your imagination. You could write, paint, or even just daydream. The point is to let your mind wander and explore new ideas. Remember, creativity is not just about producing art. It's about problem solving and innovative thinking. Then there's personal growth. Solitude gives you the space to focus on your goals and aspirations. Without the noise and distractions of the world, you can really dig deep into what you want from life. Use this time to set goals, plan your future, or learn something new. But solitude isn't just about doing. It's also about being. Being comfortable in your own company is a skill that takes practice. So, don't worry if you find it hard at first. Start small and gradually increase the time you spend alone. Remember, solitude is not about isolation. It's about self-discovery. It's about finding that inner peace and tranquility that can only come from truly understanding yourself. It's about tapping into your own thoughts, ideas, and feelings without the influence of others. With practice, you can transform solitude from a state of being into a state of doing. Recap and conclusion. Today, we've explored the power of solitude and its surprising benefits. We delved into the science that underlines the advantages of spending time alone, highlighting the mental clarity and creativity it can foster. We also ventured into the art of solitude, a skill that, when mastered, can lead to profound self-discovery and personal growth. We debunk the myths that often surround solitude, dispelling the notion that being alone is synonymous with loneliness. On the contrary, we've learned that it's an opportunity to engage deeply with our thoughts and feelings. Finally, we discussed practical ways to incorporate solitude into daily life, such as dedicating time for quiet reflection or indulging in solitary activities that bring joy and peace. Remember, solitude isn't about being away from others. It's about getting closer to yourself. Don't be afraid to embrace your alone time, whether it's a solo adventure, a quiet evening at home, or a peaceful moment of meditation. It's in these moments that you'll find your inner strength and unleash the superhero within. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring content. And remember, being alone can be your ultimate superpower. Embrace it, cherish it, and watch your life transform. Thank you for spending this time with me, and dive deeper into mindful living by watching our previous video on Find True Happiness, Mastering the Art of Letting Go.